Hey everybody, welcome to That Vinyl channel. I'm That Vinyl Guy Boz. In this episode, I plan to explain how you can digitize records, music off of a turntable and create an MP3 or a WAV file that can be used to archive your music or to put up on YouTube. So I have that coming up next, so stick around and don't touch that dial. Okay, and welcome back. So I've been recording music off of turntables for quite a while. I've used several different techniques over the years, including moving a computer next to the turntable or a laptop and running a wire that way into the line-in jack on the computer. You can do it with if you have a turntable that has a USB port. That's really the easiest way, but generally, those USB ports are on inexpensive turntables for some reason. The expensive turntables don't seem to have that. I have two expensive turntables behind me, and neither one of them have a USB port. So there's no easy way to record audio from the easily off of the turntables. So, and I don't want to take a laptop or take a computer and have to move it next to the turntable. I mean, that's a lot of work, or move your turntable next to your computer. So how else can you go ahead and actually digitize your music and use it for whatever purpose, right? So I use this. Okay, so this here is a Sony ICD PX333. Basically, it's a voice recorder. Okay, now Sony makes several different models, so it doesn't have to be this specific model. Okay, but the important part is this has a line-in jack or a line-in capability. Okay, so here is the jack right here. That's the red jack. Okay, you plug it in, and you can plug in either a line-in cord or you can plug in a microphone, and there's a setting in there to tell it whether it's a microphone or a line-in. That's because the microphone is much more sensitive. Okay, so if you're recording off a turntable and using the line-in, you want to be sure to tell it that it's a line-in. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very loud. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is show you the setup that I have on my turntables. Well, I say one of my turntables to show you how I record on this. Okay, so I have two turntables here. Okay, so neither one of these again has a USB port or any really easy way to record audio off them. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and use this turntable to show you how to set this up to record off of this Sony voice recorder. So the first thing you want to do is get the line in. So this is the line in cord. Okay, this comes from the line out on the back of the turntable. How you would normally set this up is I have another preamp right here. Okay, and we turn this around, and as you can see, it has an in and an out. Okay, so the line in is over here on the right, and the line out is on the left. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this port into the line in. Okay, so it's assumed that your turntable does not have a preamp built in. If it does have a preamp built in, you can do this as well, but it's a little bit harder to adjust the volume. It's best, most turntables, even if they have a preamp built in, they have the ability to turn that off. You have to play with the settings. If you have an external preamp, it's best like this because these have these volume buttons on them, and that's for you to determine what's the best level to record. Okay, so but again, this turntable is it does not have a built-in preamp, so I'm plugging this turntable into this preamp right here. So this is the line in, and the next cable I'm using is this cable right here. Okay, so this is an actually RCA to 3.5 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter jack. Typically what you would use for headphones or microphones. Okay, that's the kind of jack this is, and it goes from the RCAs. And I'm gonna go ahead and plug this into the line out. Okay, so now that is plugged into the line out, and what all that is left to do is to go ahead and plug this plug into the Sony. And that's basically it. I'm gonna turn this around so we can take a look at the front of it. Now I'm not gonna plug it in to turn it on because it's really not necessary. But you can play with the volume. Usually to me the volume is about there, and that's the best volume for it. But you may want to play with it and see what the best volume is for you to go ahead and record and play it back and see what it sounds like, and then you'll learn exactly what the volume settings you like. So what I do is on the Sony, I'm going to turn it on here. I'm not sure how well you're going to see this. I'll try. but has this little icon right here. Okay, right now it's set to microphone. So if I left this on microphone, it'd be a problem because it'd be very loud. Now, I have played with this. If I take this and bring this all the way down to 0, okay, this actually will work with this microphone setting. Okay, but it's still not the best because the microphone setting is just way too sensitive. Okay, so I recommend what you do on this particular one, and also, different Sonys or different companies will have different ways of changing this. But I press scene, okay, then I go over. I think I missed it, but it's right there. That's the little icon for the line in. I press enter, okay, and now it's set for the line in. Okay, so it's set for the line in, and then I come over here and I turn this. I've already have done this about 100 times, so I know what the volume is for this setup. Usually it's about there. That's the best volume. Okay, so I take my record, I put it on the turntable, and I play it, and I press record on this, and then it starts recording the audio. When you're done recording, you press the stop button, and there's a jack on the side here. I think it's right there. It is a mini USB, not a micro USB. This is a pretty old device. I think it was made around 2002, 2003. So it has a mini USB jack, but you plug that into the computer and you can actually download it over the... Okay, and now I'm back here next to my computer, which is right here. So now the next step would be to take, I have a cable here. I have this USB to mini USB, okay? I would plug this into like that. That plugs into the computer, and then it pops up like a USB drive, like a hard drive, like a thumb drive, and you would just copy the files off, and that's the easiest way to do it. So I hope I was able to go ahead and teach you an easy way to digitize your records and make MP3 and WAV files out of them. I do want to thank you for joining me today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, now is a great time to do so. Go ahead and click on the subscribe button and smash on that bell logo, and that way you get notifications. But again, thank you, and I'll see you all next time.